series. It's time to take some liberties, baby, and I got some
Hello,
McDonald's.
everyone. Welcome to episode 8 of the Exodus seminar.
Big one.
Today, we're going to walk through chapters 18, 19, and 20. 18, where Moses sits as judge
I've already been
upon
into
his
this
people.
a bit.
19, the initial events at Mount Sinai, and then 3, Hillsdale.
I've already been into this quite a ways.
And Lord,
So it's an odd from a narratival point of view that this has just been kind of inserted in here, like it almost sticks out
but
like
you
a
think
sore
at
thumb.
least it's in part this emphasis that the foreigner is capable of recognizing that this is a benevolent
that's
sequence
right.
of occurrences,
And he
and even more than Israel, maybe.
Yeah, and he recognizes it more quickly than Israel. I think that's the point. It's like an immediate acknowledgement and an immediate response. There's a kind of irony there.
Right.
Yeah, but I also think it's important for Moses to be reconciled with his family as he now leaves Egypt. And so it's also a little image of this reconciliation which is preparing
And
itself.
the rebuilding?
Yeah.
Right, so it's the reestablishment of the state, but part of that is the reestablishment. That makes sense because Moses is reunited with his family, and then he starts to sit as judge for the people, which is a very crucial part of this story from a psychological perspective.
Yeah, I mean, it
as
puts
we'll decide.
it puts the family in an extraordinary position. I mean, bearing in mind the importance of the way in which
I'm
parents
about to
and
die.
Yeah,
the
the father-in-law.
die.
in the Ten Commandments
Look at
later
all
on.
this.
It's very significant. I think.
Look at all this. Hold on. Oh, wait. Hold on. I gotta fix this. Desk view. There we go. Oh, shit. Yeah. That's what we're talking about. So I got a spicy McChicken, which is a giant chicken sandwich. I got 2 double cheeseburgers. Come on. I got some fries. I got some nuggies, and I got a snack wrap. Why did I get so much? I can't eat all this. I'm gonna die. Oh no, help me. God be with me. Here we go.
The phrase "father-in-law" is the word is repeated again and again and again.
So this is the part of the proper reordering of the world.
But another way of seeing it, liberation, and then you've got in 19 and 20 people formation. And the covenant is the key event in the people formation. But as I understand the Jewish understanding of this, you've got these 3 events in the middle which show the necessity of dealing with the necessities. And number 1 is sustenance. They need the quails and water. Number 2 is protection from external enemies. And number 3, we're coming to, you need some primitive ordering, administration.
And that starts here with the
It
family.
starts here
Yeah,
with
but
Jethro.
also with what Jethro is going to recommend.
But
here.
Right. And it's very interesting
But
that it's Jethro
Jethro's
who recommends
his
it.
system is not enough.
No, no.
And what the Lord gives in the covenant is richer, deeper than anything that Jethro brings in. And that's how I see it, these 3 things.
Yeah, I think that's right. There may be a contrast too with Amalek. So it's as if
Right.
gender.
Already seen this.
High moral order.
The
Another
family. No.
After you, Dan.
All right. Thank you.
The future at least, but you also sacrifice everything to your highest priority if you're not confused. And then that brings up the question of what the highest priority should be and what the quality of the sacrifice should be. And the answer to that psychologically is it should be the highest possible quality sacrifice to the highest possible thing, because otherwise you have to ask yourself, well, why would you bother doing it? So it's easy to dismiss these ideas of burnt offering as primitive superstition, but there's an idea behind them that's it's unbelievably deep and profound, and also the idea that life requires sacrifice to continue in its utmost form, and that the sacrifice should be voluntary, and that even it should extend in some sense, and has to the sacrifice of the innocent. I mean, that's an extremely profound and also very problematic idea, but it can't be just hand-waved away.
And there's a manner in which, if you take that fractally and you apply it to little things or to purposes in general, there's a manner in which the purpose will always know the quality of your sacrifice,
Right.
because what you do, the quality of what you do will attain or not the purpose. Right. Like the world will hit you back. You can pretend with people, you can lie, you can deceive, but if you're trying to be a good basketball player,
and you don't
make the sacrifices, you're not going to be a good basketball player. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, well, and that's another indication of the intrinsic logos of the world. And we also know this deeply, I would say, inside ourselves, because people know perfectly well that their conscience can torment them. And it is the case sometimes that people's conscience is overdeveloped and has this tyrannical superego element and will knock them down. But if your conscience is functioning well, basically what it does is indicate to you constantly that your sacrifices are either not of the right sort or they're not of the highest quality. And you call yourself out on that, right? And so, and what's one of the things that's so odd about that is you can't, if you try to escape from that, it just makes it worse for you. And you know that, and you really can't escape from it, not except by abiding by it. You can fight it and all of that. And you can harden your heart and become even more determined in your willingness to make improper sacrifices. But you know perfectly well, I've never seen anyone that in some fundamental sense was deluded on that account. People know, they know, I could have tried harder.
By the way, is it your theory then, in light of all these days and that subject of sacrifice?
Holy shit, that's spicy.
Do you feel that we are net losers religiously, morally, theologically, net gainers, or neither, having no more sacrificial system?
Well, I think we do still have a sacrificial system. I mean, I asked my students all the time in my Maps of Meaning class, a lot of them were children of first-generation immigrants, often Asian. I said, what did your parents sacrifice to come here? Well, it's like they knew exactly what that meant, and they knew exactly generally what they had sacrificed as well. And so we've spiritualized it in some sense, and partly what you see in the entire biblical corpus is the spiritualization, the psychologization of a sacrificial practice.
But very specifically, and I don't have an answer.
I mean, the fact that we don't act it out.
The actual carnal representation of sacrifice, is that a loss that we don't have that?
It's a very good question. I mean, part of the question that Jonathan and I have been debating back and forth constantly is, and part of the question that this book raises is, to what degree does what's become abstract still need to be represented in image and action, right?
Do this.
Right.
How much does it have to be ritualized?
Yeah,
and
but
the
there
answer
is still,
is,
I mean, in
know.
Jewish tradition, there is still, even though it's not a killing of an animal, there still is a ritualized aspect to the sacrifice. So there some kind of giving, like giving money or giving something, which becomes like a...
Judaism, the Torah and Judaism later are very concrete
we got
religions.
4 people, dude. Go, Dennis.
It was even dismissed by some Christians in the Middle Ages as a carnal religion because it's so deeply embedded in life. The abstract is less important than the concrete in many ways in the Torah and in Judaism. But I'm asking this, I don't know if you know this, I'm sure Oz knows this, but many, many religious Jews still pray daily for the restoration of the sacrificial system, that the temple be rebuilt, and specifically so that we can sacrifice again. And
there's no denying the drama of blood and death.
Right. So you would not dismiss that prayer as odd.
I tend not to dismiss anything that's extraordinarily peculiar out of hand, right? Because there's usually something lurking underneath it. But I mean, in Christianity, obviously, you still have a sacrificial...
we believe we still have a sacrifice. We participate in the sacrifice of Christ.
Right.
It's not a...
It's not
a repeated sacrifice, though, isn't it?
It is a participation, a perfect memory in the participation of the sacrifice of Christ.
It is an unusual period. AD 70 is when it disappeared, isn't it?
Right. Destruction
of the temple. And they shifted from the temple to the synagogue, and from, if I understand it rightly, Dennis, from sacrifice
to prayer. Right.
And I always wonder, how does prayer fill in for sacrifice?
Well, hopefully when you pray, you sacrifice your own
for
tyrant,
atonement,
right? Because that's it.
Well, you sacrifice a lot of time
partly
to pray.
what you're saying is, I think if the prayer is proper, is you're saying, there's part of me that needs to go. There's part of me that I need to let go. There's part of me that needs to die, and it has to be given up to something higher. What part of it is of me has to go? And there's a contemplative aspect to that, and you look to the highest to help guide you in that. So there's a discriminating spirit within you that can help separate the chaff from the wheat, and the offering up of the chaff is the sacrificial gesture, and so that can be transformed. What thought's for is, right, is a sacrificial notion. It's like, well, oh, that's what I did wrong.
Shit, hold on.
Oh, that's a big part of me. Oh, it's going to hurt when that goes. And then
They're discussing the sacrificial system that's in the Old Testament, them sacrificing goats and lambs and stuff, and what was the point of that, and if they should do it again.
you'll cut your losses in actuality. And of course, that's sort of what thought's for, is right, so that you can get yourself straight. You can give it up in abstraction, so you don't act out the pathology, and then nothing dies in actuality. But that still means you have something to give up. And part of that repentance idea is a sacrificial notion. It's like, well, oh, that's what I did wrong. Oh, that's a big part of me. Oh, it's going to hurt when that goes. It's like, yeah, but maybe you won't die. And then you offer it up as a sacrifice to something higher, because otherwise, why would you improve? And that discriminating spirit inside that judges what's in you that should be sacrificed, that wouldn't even exist unless it was existing in relationship to something higher, because there'd be nothing to serve as a judge. And so that's all reflective of something. If it's not a heavenly hierarchy, it's a bloody close approximation of one. So
I've been wondering as we've been reading this, whether the fundamental question we should be asking is whether Exodus is in a deep sense simply a depiction of reality itself. Like that, I think, is the claim of the text, right? And one of the ways we see this is in terms of sacrifice, that, as you said beautifully, in terms of parents, like there is no good family life without sacrifice. It's not optional, right? You have to make the sacrifices to your children for them to become what they're going to become. And so you might say that's just you might say embedded into the DNA of the real.
well, you sacrifice all other women to your wife too.
And again and
in
again,
marriage.
all of this. You're talking about the basketball team. It's the same. It's fundamental into the DNA of reality itself. But there's another side to it, which I think Dennis is trying to call us towards, which is that yes, that is the nature of things, but if you don't do that consciously, you won't likely do that well. And so we see that one of the realities that the text is calling us towards is the importance of the consciousness of our own sacrifice, of our constant
do you mean
orientation.
By consciousness, do you mean acting it out? Like, 'cause there's consciousness at different levels, right? You can be conscious abstractly. Dennis's question was, how much do you have to act that out concretely?
I think Dennis's question is both. Of course, we saw yesterday this beautiful image that Jonathan and I were talking about this morning of Moses holding up the hands, as it were, the contemplative, the illumination, the revelation, but incomplete, you might say, in the battle without Joshua going out being the actuality of that. So of course it has to be acted out. But what I take it Dennis is asking us is, it's so easy to slip into a world in which, like, yeah, I know I should sacrifice, but well, I don't need to really follow these old rules, and it's a slow descent into not sacrificing at all. And so
that's the danger of abstraction.
That's what I think the text is saying. No, the firstborn, the circumcision, and you have, like, if you don't have these habits of recollection and reorientation, you can't leave it. Yeah, you forget.
Yeah. Well, and in terms of the relationship between acting out and abstraction, the text gets very serious about that now, because we're going to see that the law is revealed to Moses. But what we also see is Moses practices the law a very long time, concretely, without knowing its structure in any explicit sense. He practices it for God only knows how long before its structure is revealed to him. So even when the law is coming down from God on high, a prerequisite to that, apparently, is the pre-existent practice. So, because this is what happens next, and it came to pass on the morrow that Moses sat to judge the people, and the people stood by Moses from the morning unto the evening. Now, why? Well, now they're out in the desert, and there's no superordinate authority. And so what's happening? It's like the birth of English common law in some sense, is that the people get all fractious. They're murmuring not just against God, and they're doing that, but they're fighting with each other all the time. They have disputes, and they don't know what to do about the disputes. which is what makes them disputes. They don't know what the mediating principle is or the higher order principle. And so, well, Moses is stuck with that. So they're all squawking away, following their whims and greed out in the desert, and they come into conflict, and Moses has to sit and judge. And
Put it in terms of Nebo's bookends, they've escaped authoritarianism, but they have no structure, so they verge on anarchism.
Right. And we should point out very clearly that they're out of the tyranny, and they're in the desert, so now they're free, but they're not free. They're just at each other's throats. And so this is the danger of the deterioration of an overarching system, even if it's tyranny. It's like, well, yeah, at least we had the Pharaoh to tell us what to do and make sure we had enough to eat, and now we're out in the desert, and we're completely useless, and we're at each other's throats. And so, and that's the freedom of no structure in the desert.
Disordered, yeah.
And we see this again and again in the wake of the big liberation movements. The French Revolution, of course, the Russian Revolution, in fact, even
English Revolution
too, even a revolution inspired by Exodus itself. You know, there's a liberation.
That's what the king was for.
Exactly, which leads to just a kind of sort of anomia, complete lawlessness.
And that's the anarchy that the idiot anarchists are always trying to promote. It's like, well, if we just get rid of all structures of order, and the libertines do the same thing, it's just to be paradise on earth. It's like, no, it's just like a descent into this Hobbesian animalistic chaos. And then the way the Rousseauian types deal with that is they say, well, people are only evil because society made them so. It's like, that so shows you don't really know very much about people, and you better bloody well be sure you're not around in the aftermath of your revolution. So, because it's also often, it's so often the case that, the Lord of the Flies, it's very often the case too that it's the people who are naive about the utopian structure of the post-revolution order that are the first sacrificial victims in the consequent desert.
Robespierre and the Girondins in 1793, 1794.
And the old Reds in the Soviet Union, it's like they were gone real fast.
Guinness credit. Os Guinness's theory, which I 100% subscribe to, is the battle today is between the Sinai and the French Revolution. It's 100% correct.
That seems right.
And I'm happy to publicize you as the author of that notion.
So do you want to elaborate on that briefly?
No. Oh, you mean in terms of America?
Well,
America was founded with this ordered freedom, and now everything's coming down from the French Revolution, postmodernism, all that. Is a completely different view of revolution.
And it's a Luciferian view in many ways, I think.
This is a founding moment. And it's also a return to nature, right? Compare these conversations in this with the ones when Moses is talking to Pharaoh. God's not making anybody say anything. And he's got his thumb on the scale when Moses doesn't want to have the conversation, you got to have it. Pharaoh wants to agree, God hardens his heart. In other words, he's pushing an outcome. But this reads like, well, if you've been gone for a long time doing a bunch of venturesome stuff and you see your father-in-law and you're back in the family. And now you got to figure out a way to govern yourself because God's not telling you every minute. And that's, so this
he's
is
not a tyrant either.
That's very explicitly not. In other words, he wishes our good. And that's why he made us like him in one respect. And so this is like a debate between the French Revolution and Sinai. And they've got to figure out how to do it.
This is also a prodrome in some sense to the English common law tradition, because what happens here, this is so cool, though, even though the law descends from on high, that's not exactly right, because the people are having conflicts, and then Moses is aggregating the law by adjudicating. And one of the things you have to understand, obviously, is that if two people come to you in conflict and you merely tyrannize one of them, say, no, I don't have time for you, you get what you want and you don't, then there's no mediated conflict. That's just going to rekindle in no time flat. What you have to do is you have to go through the conflict with discriminating justice and mercy, and you have to reconcile the conflict in relationship to some transcendent third place that satisfies both parties. They have to see it. It has to be just and be seen to be just. And so that means that in some sense, Moses sitting as the appropriate judge is communing with the spirit of justice and mercy itself in order to render these judgments. And while he's doing that, the people are informing them about the full range of their psychological and social problems, right? And so he's aggregating what you might say a vision of what the law has to be in his own imagination. And so,
but Moses' first response is equally wrong. In other words, they've escaped the authoritarianism of Pharaoh, but when he counters the near anarchy, he's setting himself up as a one man.
Right. Well,
that's bad too.
Right. Well, and it's bad for him too.
Bad for him, absolutely, and bad for the people.
Right.
And the covenantal system to come will be very different.
Right, and we see the emergence of that realization right in this part of the text as well.
So he's not Pharaoh, but there are incipient dangers in what he's doing.
Right. There's a temptation there and a danger.
I think it's important I think the analogy with the English common law is a very, very good one. So, but in the English common law, you have the development of a system of law based on concrete disagreements, contractual disputes. And what's going on when a judge is trying to, Blackstone is the great sort of father of English common law jurisprudence. What's going on there, as Blackstone says, is the discernment of the principles of natural justice. Yes, it's not as if the judges are just often we use the phrase judge-made law to distinguish from statute law. That's not what's going on. The thought
discovering.
It's judge-discovered law. And I think that's part of the significance of the figure of Jethro. He's, as it were, he's outside the people of Israel, but he still sacrifices not to Yahweh, but to Elohim in verse 12. So he's still got that, and as we'll see, he starts to give very sensible advice. But it's not, as it were, revealed reason. It's natural reason. It's the reason written on the law, written on the hearts of the Gentiles.
Well, you can tell that if you're having a dispute with your wife and the two of you commune in relationship to the dispute. I just ate so much
McDonald's, it should be illegal.
The reason you regard it as a solution, in some real sense, is because it follows the laws of natural, I would say, the optimal balance of justice and mercy, because you both say, oh, that will work. And not only will that work, but that satisfies me and it satisfies you, and then it satisfies both of us, or maybe we're really in a good situation and we think that's an even better solution than either of us wanted. It's not like that's arbitrary,
right?
Not at all.
And I think that's why this theme of creation, the giving of the creation of the natural order, and the creation of moral order that's about to emerge are seen as completely intertwined. That is to say.
We're going to do music now.
Baby, there's only half a smile. Maybe you can show me the rest. Oh, and lately I can see a change that I'm hoping you keep feeling your chest. Baby, there's only half a smile. Maybe you can show me the rest. Oh, and lately there's only half a smile. Maybe you can show me the rest. Oh, and will you pretend? There's only half a smile. Maybe you can show me the rest. Oh, and lately got a feeling that I'm hoping you can feel it in your chest. True about a smile is it can happen when you didn't want it.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, but baby, if you know what's good for you, let go when you got it. You got it. Oh, baby. Good for you, let go when you got it. You got it. Oh, true about a smile is it can happen when you didn't want it. Yeah, but baby, if you know what's good for you, let go when you got it. You got it. Oh, baby.
Only have a smile.
Oh, baby. Yeah, there's oh. it's only half a smile. And I know that if we're honest, it's kind of juvenile.
What's up, 4 people in the chat? Come on, sing it. Okay. I'm gonna go for a freaking solo right there, baby. Let's go to Wee Wee Synth. Let's get a freaking solo, baby. Come on. Synth solo, come on. Took what? Here we go. Sorry, hold on. We're gonna try again. Alright, here we go, here we go. Come on, it's gonna be sick. Come on. I don't know what. getting somewhere. I'm just gonna jam it out. Hold on. Let's throw this down there so we don't forget it. We're just gonna jam. Frick! I forget what it was. Okay, let's go over that. Okay. Try that. Like that. used to go up here. Let's hear from the beginning.
Yeah. Oh, baby, that's only half a smile. Yeah, you're running and we both know we're onto something. But to show a whole, I just wanna know if I'm in your second guess. Oh, baby, that's only half a smile. Show me the rest. Oh, and lately I can see a change that I'm hoping you keep feeling your chest. Oh, baby, yeah, there's only half a smile. And I know that if we're honest, it's kinda juvenile. Yeah, it's funny how you sell out a good 5 or 20. You can save your face, but you lose the race in the end. Will you pretend? There's only half a smile. Yeah, it's funny how you. Yeah, it's funny how you sell out a good 5 or 20. You can save your face, but you lose the race in the end. Will you pretend? There's only half a smile, baby. Show me the rest. Oh, yeah, lately I'm feeling it, I'm hoping you can feel it in your chest. Truth about a smile is it can happen when you didn't want it. Yeah, baby, if you know what's good for you, let go when you got it. You got it. Oh, baby, all about a smile is it can happen when you didn't want it. Yeah, baby, if you know what's good for you, let go when you got it. You got it. Oh, baby, yeah, there's only half a smile. We're honest, it's kinda juvenile. All about a smile is it all about a smile is it can happen when you didn't want it. Yeah, baby, if you know what's good for you, let go when you got it. You got it. Oh, baby, yeah, there's only half a smile. And I know that if we're honest, it's kinda juvenile. Yeah. Oh, baby, that's only half a smile. Yeah, you're running it.
someone go tick, tick, pack, tick, 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 tap, tick, tick, pack, tick, 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 tap. Whoa. That's not. Tick, 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 tick. Maybe. There we go. That's cool. Okay, we're gonna do that. Record that real quick. That's cool. Let's make this sound nice now. It's only half a smile. Okay, new song.
Yeah.
Instrumental. Now I wonder what we should go on to now. Man, what I would do for a Zen right now, dude. What I would do for a freaking Zen or like a Siggy. Ooh. The Siggy. Sounds so good. Who's watching? Who's there? Who goes there? Who is it? Who goes there? They're gone. Maybe I'll write this one now.
Baby, I'm older you since I was 25. Whoa. I know you even though it's not by my side. Yeah. It's at least I'm 20 years without you. Nothing. All the time. Yeah, little baby, like, turn up back to me. You never said, turn it back to Gene. You never said, turn it back to me. Hey, round. So never said, turn it back to me. Hey. Baby, I'm older you since I was 25. Whoa. I know you even though it's not by my side. Yeah. It's at least I'm 20 years without you. Nothing. All the time. Yeah, little baby, like, turn up back for me. You never said, turn it back to Gene. You never said, turn it back for me. You never said, you never said, you never said, turn it, you never said. Turn it back for me. You don't wanna listen, you try, but I'm sending up a prayer for you, baby. Why you gotta leave me behind? You don't wanna listen, you try, but I'm sending up a prayer for you, baby. Why you gotta leave me behind?
Let's get the lyrics.
Baby, I've been holding you since I was 25. Whoa, I know you, even though it's not by my side. Yeah. And still at least I've been 20 years without you, and I've been all the time. Yeah, baby, like turn up back to me. Baby, I've been holding you since I was 25. I haven't gotten over you since 90, since you since you were 95. Baby, I've been holding you since I was 25. Even though it's not by my side. Whoa, I know you, even though it's not by my side. Haven't even known a moment you were. Haven't even known a time you weren't by my side.
Oh shit.
I know you since you were 95. Can't even remember the time you weren't by my side. And that's since it was 95. Haven't gotten over you. Baby, I've known you since I was 25. Baby, I've known you since it was 95. Baby, I've known you since I was 25. Whoa, I know you, even though it's not by. Whoa, can't even remember a time you weren't by my side. 20 years without you, yeah. And still at least I've been 20 years without you. Don't leave. If you wanna leave, well, I would say it's so. If you wanna leave, well, at least I've been 20 years without you. If you wanna leave, like money, but it's up to you. If you wanna leave, if you wanna leave, hey, bunny, but it's up to you. If you wanna leave, say Tony.
If you wanna live, get to the 20. Funny, money, funny, sunny. That's you. And oh, oh, it's up to you, nothing. Oh, the time, yeah. Oh, the time, yeah, baby. Turn up back for me. You never said, turn it back to Gene. Baby, I'm out of you since I'm 25. Whoa, I know. Baby, I'm out of you since I'm 25. Whoa, I know. Well, I don't know. Baby, I'm out of you since I'm 25. Whoa, well, I know you're just on by my side. Yeah. It's the 20 years up to you, nothing. Oh, the time. Yeah, baby. Yeah, turn up back for me. You never said, turn it back to Gene. You never said, turn it right back to me. Hey, around, so I don't wanna let you down. Yeah, baby, say, baby, yeah, why you gotta leave on? You don't wanna listen. Sending up a prayer for you, baby. Oh. Turn up back for me. You never said. You never said. Turn up back to me. You never said. Turning it back to Gene. You would never say it, but turn it back to me. You know that eventually you never said. Gonna say, turn it right back to me. Turn it right back to me. Never said, you know it eventually. You're gonna say, turn it right back to me. Turning it back to Gene. Never said, turn it right back to me. Hey, around. Sun that down. Yeah, baby, say, anyway. So I would never let you drown. At least I never said. Hear me say. What you hear me saying? That's a whole part. Let's try it. Known you since I was 25. What's the time? That's so hard. Baby, I've known you since I was 25. Whoa. I know you even though I'm by my side. I know. Whoa. I know you even though. Whoa. Maybe I've been knowing you since I was 25. Before that, I don't know what time you went by my side. Maybe I've been knowing you. Maybe I've been knowing you since I was 25. Yeah. Before that, I don't even know. Before that, I don't know. Before that, I don't know. You since I was 25. Yeah. Before that, I don't know what time you went by my side. Before that, I don't know what time. Maybe I've been knowing you since I was 25. Hey. Before that, I don't know the time you went by my side. Whoa, hey. You wanna admit that when I'm in sunny, well, it's up to you. No, time. Well, maybe it's a nice time. Yeah, turn and walk back to me. Yeah, you would never say. You know it eventually. Yeah, you're gonna say. Turn and walk back to me. Turn it around. Are you gonna let me drown? Anything, baby. You're gonna. Whoa. Turn it back. You never say it. You know that eventually. You're gonna say. Turn and walk back to me. Turn that head around. Are you gonna let me drown? Anything, baby. Got it first bit. Come on. Maybe I've been knowing you since I was 25. Yeah. Before that, I didn't know the time you went by my side. Yeah. You wanna leave it a little bit sunny while it's up to you. I don't know what time. Turn it right back to me. Yeah, that's it. You know it eventually. You're gonna say, turn it right back to me. Turn that head around. Are you gonna let me drown? Anything. Come on. Baby, I've known you since I was 25. Whoa. I know the times I'm by my side. There's no reason, really, 20 years left to do, and that's it. Alright. You wanna leave, and it's a little bit sunny while it's up to you. No, outside. It's a nice time. Well, turn it right back to me. You never say. You know it eventually. You're gonna say, turn it right back to me. Just turn your head around. Are you gonna watch me drown? Anything, baby. Are you gonna? I have a prayer for you, baby.
sending up a prayer for you, baby. Why you gotta leave, baby? You stay, baby, 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 yeah. And when I sending up a prayer for you, baby, it's sorry, it's funny, it's okay. Up a prayer for you, okay, okay. When you wanna beat the time. You don't wanna beat that. You don't wanna beat that strong. You don't wanna beat that fun. You don't wanna beat that now. You don't wanna leave my mom. Baby, why you gotta leave me? You don't wanna leave me. Baby, okay. You don't wanna leave me. Okay. You don't wanna wait. You don't want to wait that long. I don't know, there's something at the top. You don't want to wait that long. But I want to soon make it to the top. Even if I don't care for you. Ooh, I like that. Baby, baby, why you gotta leave? You don't wanna listen. Standing up a prayer for you. Okay, you don't wanna wait. You're gonna be with me. Even if I don't care for you. Okay, you don't wanna wait that long. You're gonna still be with me. You're gonna still be with me. You're gonna still be with me at the top. Even if, yeah, even if I don't, even if I didn't, even if I don't, even if, yeah, even if I don't, even if I,
Even if I don't care. Even if I don't care for you. Even if I don't still care. Even if I don't still, you're gonna still be with me. You're gonna be with me. Still, you're gonna be with me at the top. Baby, why you gotta, you don't wanna listen. Singing up a prayer for you. Okay, okay. You don't wanna wait. You're gonna still be with me at the top. Wait, you're gonna still be with me. If I don't care for you, you didn't wanna wait. You're gonna still be with me. If I don't still care for you, yeah, even if I don't care for you. Even if I still don't. Even if I still don't care for you. Even if I don't right. Even if I don't rise. Even if I don't still. Yeah, you with me at the top. Yeah, even if I don't. Yeah, at the top. Even if I don't. Even if I don't. You're still. Yeah, at the top. Yeah, even if I don't. Even if I don't. Yeah, at the top. Yeah, even if I don't. If I don't care for you, you don't wanna wait that long. You don't wanna wait. You didn't wanna wait so long. Oh, baby. One of my life. You hurt me so bad somehow that feels nice. Maybe it's a nice time. Go back. bad, somehow it still feels nice. Yeah. My life, but the cold and rain. My life, you hurt me so bad, somehow it still feels nice. My life, but I'm still in cold and rain. Come on, baby, come on. Woo! How do I sing that? So bad, somehow I still feel nice. My life is still calling me. I know it's gonna happen to me as my name. You're my life, but still holding me. And I know it's somehow. I think we're just gonna have to get in there and try to do it. Whoa! Turn and walk back to me. From day one, you've been. Yeah. From day one, you've been the point of my life. And that's not the right input. Here we go. I just want to record this before I forget it. From day one, you've been the point of my life. Yeah. Even when you hurt me so bad, somehow it still feels nice. You're my life, but still in the cold and rain. And I know somehow, yeah, it was much a part of me and my name. Something like that. From day one, you were part of my life. Even when you hurt me so bad, somehow it still feels nice. You're my life, but still in the cold and rain. You're my light, yeah. You're my light in darkness, but still my going rain. No, somehow you're just as much a part of. Somehow, just as much. Just as much part of me, and somehow, just as much. You're as much a part of me as my name. Let's try it again. Yeah. Day one, you've been the point of my life. Hey, even when you hurt me so bad. Yeah. Day one, you've been. Nope. Yeah. From day one, you've been the point of my life. Oh. Even when you hurt me so bad, somehow it still feels nice. You're my light in darkness, still my cold and rain. And I know somehow just as much a part of me as my name. Something like that. From day one, you've been the point of my life. Oh, even when you hurt me so bad, somehow it still feels nice. You're my life, still feels nice. You're my light and from day one, you've been the point of my life. Oh, even when you hurt me so bad, somehow it still feels nice. Yeah. You're my light in darkness, still feels nice. Still feel nice. I like it. Light, you're my light in darkness. You're my light in darkness. You're my light in darkness, but you're my light in darkness, but still my, yeah. From day one, you've been the point of my life. Oh, when you hurt me so bad, somehow it still feels nice. You're my light in darkness, but my cold and rain. And I know somehow you're just as much as part of me as my name. Oh, let's go. Yeah. From day one, you've been the point of my life. Oh, even when you hurt me so bad, somehow it still feels nice. Yeah. You're my light in darkness, but still my cold and rain. And I know somehow, yeah, oh, just as much a part of me as my name. That's fucking fire. From day one, you've been the point of my life. Oh, even when you hurt me so bad, somehow it still feels nice. You're my light in darkness, but still my cold and pain. And I know somehow, yeah, oh, just as much a part of me as my name. From day one, you've been the point of my life. Oh, even when you hurt me so bad, somehow it still feels nice. You're my light in darkness, but still my cold and pain. Yeah, let's just get this whole bitch. Let's get this whole song, baby. Come on, here we go. Let's get the. I don't think there's even a bridge. Hey, come on. Everybody, come on, go. Maybe I've been knowing you since I was 25. Yeah. Before that, I don't know of a time you weren't by my side. Before that, I didn't know of it. Before that, I don't know of a time you weren't. It's so hard. Yeah, okay, maybe I've been knowing you since I was 25. Before that, I don't know of a time you weren't by my side. If you wanna leave me, if you wanna leave when it's a little bit sunny and it's up to you. Yeah, well, maybe I've been knowing you since I was 25. Before that, I don't know of a time you weren't by my side. If you wanna leave me, it's a little bit sunny when it's up to you. And I don't know outside, but well, maybe it's a nice time. Yeah, turn and walk back to me. Yeah, you would never say, you know that eventually you're gonna say, turn and walk back to me. Turn that head around, baby. Are you gonna let me drown when you hear me saying, baby, oh, why you gotta leave me on? You don't wanna listen to me talk even when I'm sending up a prayer for you. Okay, yeah, you don't wanna wait so long. You're gonna still be with me at the top even if I don't care for you. Come on, come on. Whoa. What? Maybe I've been knowing you since I was 25. Before that, I don't know of a time you weren't by my side. If you wanna leave me, it's a little bit sunny when it's up to you. something better at the end of the chorus. It's okay, you don't want to wait so long. You're gonna still be with me at the top, yeah, even if I don't still care for you. Let's try that. I'm gonna do another take, full thing. I'm gonna turn the mic down because I'm belting. You got it. Well, maybe I've been knowing you since I was 25. Before that, I don't know the time you weren't by my side. So will you want to leave when it's a little bit sunny? Well, it's up to you. I don't know outside. Well, maybe it's a nice time. Turn and walk back to me. You'll never say. You know that eventually you're gonna say. Turn and walk back to me. Turn that head around. Are you gonna let me drown? Oh, when you hear me say, baby, why you gonna leave me? You don't wanna listen to me talk. I'm sending up a prayer for you. It's okay. You don't wanna wait so long. You're still gonna be with me at the top, yeah, even if I don't still care for you. Okay, we're in the midst of just vibing. Come on. Yeah. Well, maybe I've been knowing you since I was 25. Before that, I didn't know of a time you weren't by my side. Yeah. Maybe you wanna leave and it's a little bit sunny. Well, it's up to you. And man, I don't know outside. Well, yeah, maybe it's a nice time. Yeah. Turn and walk back to me. You would never say. You know that eventually, yeah, you're gonna say. Turn and walk back to me. Turn that head around. Are you gonna watch me drown? Yeah, when you hear me say, baby, ooh, why you gotta leave me on? You don't wanna listen to me talking, but I'm sending up a prayer for you. Okay, you don't wanna wait so long. You gon' still be with me at the top, yeah, even if I don't still care for you. Okay, we're come on. Well, maybe I've been knowing you since I was 25. Well, maybe I've been knowing you since I was 25. I don't know what my voice is. Before that, I didn't know of a time you weren't by my side. You wanna leave and it's a little bit sunny. Well, it's up to you. And I don't know outside. Turn and walk back to me. Time you weren't by my side. You wanna leave and it's a little bit sunny. Well, so you wanna leave and it's a little bit sunny. Well, it's up to you. And I don't. So you wanna leave and it's a little bit sunny. Well, it's up to you. So you wanna leave and it's a little bit sunny. Well, it's up to you. And I don't know outside. Turn and walk back to me. Back to me, turn that head around. Are you gonna watch me drown? Yeah, when you hear me say, baby, woo, why you gotta lead me on? You don't wanna listen to me talk even when I'm sending up a prayer for you. It's okay. Yeah, turn and walk back to me. You would never say, but you know that eventually, yeah, you're gonna say, turn and walk back to me. Turn that head around. Are you gonna watch me drown? Yeah, when you hear me say, baby, woo, why you gotta lead me on? You don't wanna listen to me talk even when I'm sending up a prayer for you. It's okay. You don't wanna wait so long. You gon' still be with me at the top, yeah. Even if I don't still care for you, baby. Maybe. Yeah. Baby, are you gonna leave me on? You don't wanna listen to me talk. Yeah, turn and walk back to me. You would never say it, but you know that eventually, yeah, you're gonna say it. Turn and walk back to me. Turn it from day one, you've been the point of my life. Oh, even when you hurt me so bad, somehow it still feels nice. Yeah, you're my light in darkness, but still my cold and pain. And I know somehow, yeah, just a major part of me is my name. Turn and walk back to me. You know that eventually you're gonna make me bad. Turn and walk back to me. Turn that head around. You don't wanna let me down. Turn and walk back up to you. Man, I don't know outside, but maybe it's a nice time. Turn and walk back to me. Just a major part of me is my name. Turn and walk back to me. You would never say it. You know that eventually, yeah, you're gonna say it. Turn and walk back to me. Turn that head around. Are you gonna watch me drown? Oh, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. We're gonna try some harmony. Well, maybe I've been knowing you since I was 25. Hey, before that I didn't know all the time you weren't by my side. So will you wanna leave when it's a little bit sunny? Well, it's up to you. Man, I don't know. Oh, maybe it's a nice time. Turn and walk back to me. Yeah, you would never say it. You know that eventually, yeah, you're gonna say it. Turn and walk back to me. Yeah, head around. Are you gonna watch me drown? Yeah, you're gonna say, baby, why you gotta lead me on? You don't wanna listen to me talk. Standing up a prayer for you, baby. Okay. You don't wanna waste your time. Hey, you gon' still be with me at the top. If I don't stay here for you, then. From day one, you've been the point of my life. Oh, yeah. So bad, sometimes it still feels nice. But still my golden rain. And I know somehow, yeah, just a major part of me is my name. Turn and walk back to me. You know that eventually, yeah, you're gonna say, turn and walk back to me. Get around, you're gonna watch me down. When you hear me say, baby, let's get the falsetto of the chorus. Baby, you don't wanna listen to me talk, you don't wanna be standing up and praying for you. Okay. You don't wanna waste so long. You gon' still be with me. I'm still. Fuck. Second part's wrong. Standing up and praying for you. Okay. You don't wanna waste so long. You gon' still be with me. And if I still care for you.
me say, baby, why you gotta leave me on? You don't wanna listen to me talking. I'm sending up a prayer for you. Okay, you don't wanna wait so long. You're gonna still be with me at the top, yeah, even if I don't still care for you. From day one, you've been the point of my life. Even when you hurt me so bad, somehow it still feels nice. You're my light in darkness, but still my cold pain. And I know somehow, yeah, just as much a part of me is my name. Turn it walk back to me. You would never say, you know that eventually, yeah, you're gonna say, turn it walk back to me. Turn that head around. Are you gonna watch me drown? Yeah, when you hear me say, baby, why you gotta leave me on? You don't wanna listen to me talking. I'm sending up a prayer for you. Okay, you don't wanna wait so long. You're gonna still be with me at the top, yeah, even if I don't still care for you. Come on. Well, maybe I've been knowing you since I was 25. Before that, I didn't know the time you weren't by my side. So if you wanna leave and it's a little bit sunny, well, it's up to you. Man, I don't know outside. Well, yeah, maybe it's a nice time. Yeah, turn it walk back to me. You would never say, you know that eventually, yeah, you're gonna say, turn it walk back to me. Turn that head around. Are you gonna watch me drown? Yeah, when you hear me say, baby, why you gotta leave me on? You don't wanna listen to me talking. I'm sending up a prayer for you. Okay, you don't wanna wait so long. You're gonna still be with me at the top, yeah, even if I don't still care for you. From day one, you've been the point of my life. From day one, you've been the point of my life. Even when you hurt me so bad, somehow it still feels nice. You're my light in darkness, but still my cold pain. And I know somehow, yeah, just as much a part of me is my name. Turn it walk back to me. You would never say, you know that eventually, yeah, you're gonna say, turn it walk back to me. Turn that head around. Are you gonna watch me drown? Yeah, when you hear me say, baby, why you gotta leave me on? You don't wanna listen to me talking. I'm sending up a prayer for you. Okay, you don't wanna wait so long. You're gonna still be with me at the top, yeah, even if I don't still care for you.
What a freaking vibe, dude! Damn.
Come on. Come on. Well, maybe I've been knowing you since I was 25. Before that, I didn't know the time you weren't by my side. So
don't still care for you, baby. Baby, you wanna wake me up. You wanna listen. Whoa. I don't know why, for some reason, I made 2 songs when I'm singing full voice. My voice is shot. Baby. Oh. Okay, I think I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna take a shower and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do some music video prep. So thanks for watching.